Listen, y'all, your self respect is admirable. The way you respect yourself, somebody finds it to be very attractive, very appealing, or they see it as honorable and admirable. And one of the reasons why is because you are not about to allow anybody to just treat you any kind of way. You're not about to allow somebody to just talk to you any kind of way. You're not going to go along with the bullshit. All right. And people know that when they deal with you, when they come and involve themselves with you, they know that you see yourself as very valuable, as very worthy, and rightly so. And you're not going to allow somebody to just treat you any kind of way, do you any kind of way. Many of you all have decided to either stop allowing individuals to think that they could get away with, just treating you any kind of way, talking to you any kind of way, doing you any kind of way. All right. Some of you all may had been kind of not so much as allowing yourself to shine as much as you should be, right? And now you're about to start allowing yourself to shine more, or you have been allowing yourself to shine more. All right. Some of you all, you could have been wondering whether or not some sort of attention you could have been getting recently, or some sort of respect, or well wishes of some sort, or some sort of flattery that you could have been receiving recently. You could be wondering if someone is being genuine, real, authentic, or if they're just trying to, play games with you, so to say. For many of you all, these individuals are being honest, they're being truthful, they're being genuine, they're being real. The things that they're saying to you, maybe they've given you a compliment of some sort, or maybe they could be respecting something that you're doing. It's something of that sort. You could be wondering if it was genuine, authentic, or real. For many of you all, it is, all right? And it is because they appreciate how you carry yourself, or how you are around them, or they appreciate that you're not going to just go along with some sort of BS just so that you're more popular, or just so that you're more likable, or just so that you keep some sort of peace of some sort. All right. Some of you all could have stood up for yourself recently, or you could have decided to speak some sort of truth. Some of you all, you decided to maybe put yourself first. Maybe you decided to invest more in yourself. Maybe you started to see yourself as more valuable, as more worthy, as you may have before. Others of you, you're just not dealing with the bullshit. You're not dealing with the disrespect. You're not dealing with the nonsense. You're not going to allow individuals to make you constantly second guess yourself. You're not going to allow individuals to make you think that right is wrong and wrong is right. And you're also not going to compromise your morals, or some sort of standards of some sort that you have for yourself. And so an individual or a group of people could have given you some sort of respect, or told you that they really like something about you recently. They could have complimented you. For some of you all, it's just the way that you go about doing things, and how you care for yourself. Some of you all, you look at yourself as very valuable, or very highly, and it's obvious, right? So it's not about like wearing the best name brand clothing, or it's not about that. Some of you all, somebody really loves the way that you smell. They really love that you take care of your body. They love that you take care of your environment, your surroundings. You could be a very clean individual, or for others of you, it has something to do with your ability to be responsible, or to take care of responsibilities of some sort. Maybe you care a lot about how you get along in life, what happens in your life, whether or not you're able to be the best that you can be with whatever it is that you have at that time. And so for many of you all, because of the way that you respect yourself and care for yourself and love on yourself, this has been allowing you to do a lot better in life. All right. So for some of you all, maybe you could have thought that you weren't doing as well as you actually are, or you're so used to being this way and doing this, okay, that you may not have realized how rare it is, because for some of you all, the self-respect that you have for yourself could be rare. All right, other individuals may not take care of themselves the way that you do, or they may not have some sort of morals or standards the way that you do. They may give up a lot of their sense of self, so to say, to try to fit in, or to try to be liked by a lot of people, or to try to be popular or something of that sort. For some of you all, you could have just let an individual know, or a group of people know, that you're not going to allow them to disrespect you. You're not going to allow them to make you think that something that's wrong is right, or that something that's right is wrong. All right. For some of you all, this has to do with what you want to happen in your life, how you want your life to go. You could have been dealing with individuals before that may have been trying to make you feel wrong for wanting a better life, or for doing better for yourself, or for no longer engaging in things that you don't find valuable for yourself anymore, or for being real particular about how you spend your time, how you spend your energy, who you spend your time and your energy with, how you do these things, right? When you do these things. So it's like, for many of you all, you're on top of your game right now. You're on your A game, and you're not about to allow individuals to sidetrack you, or to get you, in some sort of situation that's not good for you. All right. You may have recognized how much power you really have, or you're just been using more of your power for more of the reasons that may make you feel better, or may make you feel happy and proud and content and confident, and feeling like you're doing something worth a fuck, so to say. Some of you all, you may have made some changes recently. You may have started doing things differently. Maybe you incorporated some new, I'm almost sensing like like the New Year's goals, or New Year, how a lot of people have goals that they set for the beginning of the year, for the New Year's. It's almost like you've already got it started on that. Like you're way ahead of the game, so to say, or you're way ahead of some other individuals, or another individual. Maybe they may not understand or see why you do the things that you do, or why you are the way that you are, or why you may think the way that you think. Some of them may have recognized recently how valuable it was, after maybe making you feel like you were wrong for thinking a certain way, or acting a certain way, or being a certain way. For some of you all, you just really have started to I don't want you to think that this, like, I'm not trying to disrespect y'all, okay, but it's almost like you've been taking yourself more seriously, right? You've been you know that you have these gifts, or these abilities, or you know that you have this power of some sort, and you're no longer just hoping and wishing for things. You have a very beautiful faith and knowingness in yourself, and confidence in yourself, and you know that you have the power to really do the things that you really want to do in life. Of course, it might take work, or it might take practice, or it might take time, effort, and energy to have that happen, but many of you all are willing to do that, to do what it takes to get what you want in life. And some of you all, this has to do with being very frugal, right? Some of you all, you're being very frugal, whereas other individuals may not be as frugal. Some of you all are just really not into the name brand like that, or trying to keep up with, like making it seem like you got more than what you have, or that you're doing more than what you're doing type of thing, like kind of what a lot of people are dealing with social media trends and all that stuff. Like, many of you all, you're not really into that. You're just real. You're genuine. You're authentic. And there's someone, or a few people, a bunch of people for some of y'all, who know this, and they respect that, and they value that in you. You're not trying to chase trends. You're not trying to seem like you're better than you are. You're not trying to like You're not fake. Let's just put it like that. You're not fake. You're not putting up a facade of some sort. So some individuals may have recognized that about you recently, right? You practice what you preach, so to say. If you say you're going to do something, you do it. And if you're not able to, you know, there's usually a very valid reason why. And so some of you all have really become a lot more adept at utilizing your spiritual gifts and your spiritual abilities and communicating with the divine and the universe. Some of you all may have been hearing, like seeing signs. The universe could be communicating with you more, or the divine, your angels, your ancestors. For some of you all, you could have recognized that some of y'all have prophetic gifts or abilities. Okay? You could have recognized that a prophecy, you may have prophesied something and it came true. Or there's something significant about a prophecy. You know, for some of you all, there's individuals with this whole, people are recognizing that you're not fake. You're not putting up a facade. You're actually, for some of y'all, you're really just a really good, you're just a really good individual. You're very nice or very kind or very generous, or you could be just very intelligent, very wise, very knowledgeable, or something of that sort. And individuals are realizing that this is not fake. This is not an act that you're putting on. This is just really you. An example, if you really care a lot about other individuals, people are realizing that that's not fake care, it's real. You may have realized that about another individual, someone who could have complimented you recently, or who could have helped you out or looked out for you, or something of that sort. They could have made you feel worthy, seen. Some of you all definitely have recognized that you have a lot of power to improve a situation of some sort, or to make something better. Okay, so maybe in the past you may have done things one way, and you learned whatever you needed to learn from doing things that way. You've taken that knowledge that you've gained and you've applied it, and now you could be doing things different, or something about you has changed for the better, though. Okay, I'm sensing many of y'all have really overcome some sort of like downplaying your own greatness. You're no longer downplaying your own greatness. Because some of you all could have been trying to be humble, but you were being too humble. All right. You have matured a lot. Someone recognizes that about you. Okay. Or you've really gotten a lot better at something. You've really improved something. But you're doing a lot better. And somebody has seen this or watched this or is aware of this, that you're doing a lot better than you were before. And it has a lot to do with some sort of changes you could have made, or something you've been investing in more, or maybe some sort of way that you think, or some sort of way that you view reality, or like I said, maybe you started to put yourself as more of a priority, what you want, your goals, you're taking yourself way more seriously. Okay, you know your power, your abilities, and you're not afraid to use them. You're not afraid to live life to the fullest, so to say, right? To do what you can with what you have, and to be the best that you can. Many of you all, I'm sensing like you all really you're like the type of individual where you don't need somebody to constantly tell you what to do or to stay on you, or like you're a self-starter and you're self-motivated, you're self-inspirational, which is a really powerful way to be, especially nowadays. So someone sees you as a great listener and an excellent friend. They really value you tremendously. They could have defended you, or they could have given you some sort of knowledge or some sort of wisdom, or looked out for you. You could have been wondering if they really felt that way about you. Maybe they told you that. You could be wondering if they're real or if they're genuine, or if what you may have with this individual is legit. They're very fond of you. Okay? For some of you all, there's an individual, this could be the same individual or a group of people of some sort. They really love the way that you think. They really admire how quick-witted you are, or how intelligent you are, or they really love like your perspectives or your views of reality or of a situation of some sort. And they could be really happy that they have met you, or that they're involved with you somehow, or something like that. Okay. Yeah. It's almost like when an individual learns a new skill and then they master it. It's like you're mastering yourself, or you've mastered yourself, or you've mastered something of some sort. And you may have not, because for some of you all, like I said, you could have been being humble about something. This has something to do with a gift or ability of some sort that you have. Okay? Some of you all, your willingness to invest in yourself and to like really go for something, it could have unveiled a divine gift of some sort that you have. Okay? Some of y'all, you could have recently figured out some sort of divine gift or ability that you have. And maybe because you were focused on other things or before, or you could have been very busy with some things, or maybe it took for you to change something or to look at a situation from a different perspective of some sort. But whatever this is, this could have unveiled a divine gift that you have. And, or you could recognize that you're really, really good or masterful at something, and maybe you weren't really showing others it before, or maybe you kind of just like really didn't think as much of it, and something has happened recently, or the divine has found a way to show you. This could be what these signs are from the universe, or these communication, the universe communicating with you and showing you like, yes, that's it. That's what you're meant to be doing, or that's part of your divine mission, or that's part of your spiritual journey, your spiritual path, or they could be showing you to hone in more on those skills or those gifts or those abilities that you have that are very, very, very powerful. For some of y'all, for you guys, it'll be different, for a few of you guys, all right? Some of you all, you legitimately could have the gift of prophecy. Okay, you could be a prophet. Some of you all have multiple gifts. All right, some of you all are your spiritual discernment is a gift. Some of you all, it's just your awareness, okay, of things. It could be your kindness, your lovingness, your empathy, how empathetic you are, right? For some of y'all, maybe you're really talented at building or creating things, or art, or music, or just all types of sorts of different things, you all, for different reasons. So an example, for some of you all, if you're very artistic or musically gifted, your gifts could be meant to help heal others, or to help inspire others, or motivate others, or to help them be in the realm of goodness, happiness. Okay, some of you all could be really talented teachers or instructors. All right. Some of you all are just really good at helping people, helping others, looking out for others. That is a gift too, you know. But something is making you really happy. Overall, something is making you very, 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 very happy and proud of some sort of choice or decision that you made. Maybe before you were kind of questioning or wondering, like, is this the right thing? Is this the right way to go? Is this individual really for you? Is this really what you're meant to do? But you're no longer second guessing something. You know what the truth is, or you know that something is worth it, or you know why something is occurring or happening. Because for some of you all, you could be having a prayer of some sort answered. Okay? You could have prayed to the divine for something and it's actually coming true, or you're receiving it. And so maybe at first, maybe that's why you could have been questioning it. An example, you could have prayed for an individual or group of people who understand you, or who can get why you are the way you are, or who are able to think on the levels that you can think on, or something like that. Or maybe you prayed for you to figure out what your divine gifts are, or your divine abilities are, or how to utilize them, or you know, just different things. Something that you prayed for, it actually came true. Okay, or it has manifested. And it may have required you to, again, to stop doing something, or to change something, or to, for some of y'all, it required you to stand up for yourself. You know, it's almost like with you having this respect about yourself, you showing the universe that you're not about to deal with no bullshit. You're not about to put up with no bullshit. And it does not need to send you individuals that are on bullshit and that are going to try to play game, you know, be done with you, so to say, right? And we're talking about adults here, okay? So it's like, by you taking yourself more seriously, you investing more in yourself, you pouring more into what it is that you want, or having more faith in yourself, or having more faith in something, etc., etc. The universe is matching that. It says, oh, okay, you respect yourself, I'll send you individuals who respect you too, you know, and who you also can respect. You care a lot about your experiences in life, your legacy, different things of that sort. Well, here's ways to improve that, or enhance that, or whatever the case may be. So some of y'all, what this is maybe you started to communicate more with the universe. You recognize, for some of y'all, that you have a lot more power than you may have been told in previous times. Okay? You really do. You really do. You could have teamed up with someone recently, or teamed up with an individual of some sort. All right? Or you could have combined something, or combined two things together, or a couple things, or maybe you figured out a couple different ways to do something, or how things... For some of you all, you could have thought that you weren't able to multitask, or like deal with a lot of things at once, but you recognize that you are. You didn't give up on yourself, or you didn't give up on something. And for some of y'all, you by you, this self-respect that you have for yourself has taught other individuals how to deal with you, or how to approach you, or how to They could have recognized that if they were trying to come and manipulate you, or if they were trying to come and trick you and scheme and scam, they realize they can't do that. Or if other individuals don't want to deal with people who don't have high morals, high values, or something like that, they recognize that you do carry yourself very well, you do respect yourself. All right. Somebody really, really loves the way that you think. Maybe they could have tried something just to test you, just to see if you had morals or values, or to see what you'd be okay with, what you wouldn't, or something like that. Some of you all could have decided to invest in someone else or invest in another situation. You could have showed some sort of appreciation to someone who did something for you, or who looked out for you, or who may have helped you out somehow, or could have given you some sort of knowledge or some sort of wisdom. Or you realize that somebody was worth investing in. They were worth your time. They were worth your energy. Something is very mature. Somebody is very mature and very quick-witted. It's almost like an individual didn't recognize, like they didn't realize that you were going to be so smart or so intelligent, or that you were going to have some sort of morals, or they thought that they would be able to manipulate you or control you or trick you somehow, but that didn't go as they planned it to, or they realized they can't do that with you, or you're different, or something like that. Some of you all could have presented an idea of some sort to people recently, or an individual. Okay. This made them really happy. Or the universe, like I said, like the divine's like, oh, okay. You have these prayers? Well, here's what you prayed for, you know? Yeah. Wow. So for some of y'all, it's because you said no to something that you knew wasn't right for you, or you knew wasn't right. Okay? Or you stopped dealing with a situation, or you, like I said, you stopped doing something, you changed something. There's a new timeline of some sort. It's like you had multiple options or multiple choices, and maybe you didn't realize it at the time. For some of y'all, you didn't realize that you just made a choice or decision, and it put you on one of the best timelines you could be on. It's like whatever this choice or this decision was, you could have chose to use your powers or your gifts for something, or you could have chose to not go along with some sort of nonsense. Maybe you chose to speak out about something. Maybe you chose to invest in something. Maybe you chose to work at a different job. Maybe you chose to open up a business. It's something of that sort. You know, for some of y'all, it could be as simple as maybe you chose to speak to people who you don't normally speak to. Maybe you chose to be more social or less social. You know, some of y'all, you were trying to be nice to people. So maybe you would, you know, spend your time, effort, or energy on them, or allow them to waste your time and energy, so to say, just to be nice or kind or whatever. Maybe you stop doing those types of things. Like I said, for some of y'all, you started to take you're taking yourself way more seriously. Or you really are aware of some sort of powers, some sort of gifts of something you have, and you have respect for yourself. You're not about to let somebody just treat you like you're scum of the earth, like you're you know, not useful or not beneficial or not valuable. You're just not about to allow individuals to or it has something to do with your perspectives, your views, the way you see something, your knowledge or your wisdom. You're not about to let somebody make you think or you believe that you're less than what you are, you know? Yeah. Your confidence is A1, top tier. And it's not fake confidence either. It's not you thinking you're better than what you are, or second get, you know, like, or faking it till you make it, so to say. Like, you got it. For some of you all, individuals could have thought that you were jealous or envious of them, or jealous or envious of something that they have, or some sort of offer that they received, or something. You're not jealous of them. You have no need to feel insecure. You're not insecure. Or somebody realized that you have the ability to stand up for yourself, or that you're defending yourself, or you're not allowing somebody to pull, you know, to do you any kind of way. Wow. And you know that the universe is going to provide you with what you need. You know that the divine is going to do for you, is going to look out for you, is going to help you. And it has a lot to do with who you are and how you are. It has a lot to do with your faith as well. Your faith in yourself, your faith in the divine. Wow. So yeah, there's definitely, for some of y'all, there's an individual that could have thought that you were competing with them, or could have thought that you were doing something out of jealousy or envy, but they're realizing that you're not, or you didn't. Okay, for others of you, other individuals could have been told that you were jealous or envious of somebody and you weren't. You're actually really happy for them, or like, let's say an example, they're doing better than you in a situation, or maybe they, you know, are making more money, or something like that. Like, you're not jealous, you're not envious of them. Some of y'all, there were individuals who could have been jealous or envious of you. They could have been secretly competing with you. Like, that's like, yeah. But you're not about to do some sort of like tit for tat with them. Like, you're above some sort of competition of some sort of competing with it. Like, you're not for the bullshit. You're just not. You're also not afraid to admit when you're wrong, and this has helped you tremendously, because it helps you to figure out what's correct, or what's right, or what's the best way to go about something, you know. You could have been dealing with individuals who have a difficult time admitting when they're wrong, or somebody's realizing that they really were wrong in a situation. They could have been trying to make themselves feel good about something that they did, or some sort of choices or decisions that they made, and they were fucked up. And so now they have to deal with that, or they have to sit with that, or they have to, you know, like, it is what it is. But you have other individuals who are very happy to be around you, or somebody's realizing that you actually were way more beneficial in their life, and way more, like, you wow. It's like somebody was jealous or envious of you, so they didn't want to be around you. Or they could have been thinking that you were intentionally trying to make them jealous or envious, but you weren't. It's like somebody was telling themselves stuff that's not what was happening, or that's not what was going on. And so it could have caused them to make some sort of choice, or some sort of decision on how they may have interacted with you, or what they may have said to you or said about you, or something like that. But people know that they're incorrect, or they're not being honest about you, or about something that occurred, and or they're just realizing that they were wrong. They were wrong about you. You were probably one of the best things for them. You're a great listener, you're a great friend, you're excellent, okay? Or you're a great partner, or you're a great associate, or worker, or business owner, something like that. For some of y'all, somebody thought that they would be happier in another situation, or that Yeah. But you have no need to feel wrong for wanting what's right. And you're not allowing somebody, like I said, you're not allowing somebody to make you think that what's right is wrong and what's wrong is right. You're really excellent at something that you do. Someone really loves talking with you. They really love having deep conversations with you. They may feel like they could talk to you for hours. Dang. Days on end. Wow. That's awesome. What y'all be talking about? What y'all be talking about? Oh. It's almost like where other individuals may have not seen the value in you, others do. Where others may have taken something for granted, like maybe they thought you would always be around, or maybe they thought you would always give and overly be humble and all this other stuff, but like you stopped doing that, or you changed, or you moved on from something, or you stopped begging somebody. Like, I'm not saying necessarily that you guys were begging, but you could have stopped doing something for an individual because you realized that it wasn't worth it, or they didn't appreciate it, or you just had better things to do or something like that. And they're realizing that the things that they thought about you or how they dealt with a situation, that they were wrong. That they could have, like, were prejudiced against you, or like they could have thought something about you that just wasn't true. And so now they see you happy that you've moved on, or that you're in another situation, or that you're doing what you want to do, or that you're putting more time, effort, and energy into yourself, or something like that. And some of y'all, they could be trying to figure out a way to come back into the situation with you, or to try to get you on their good side. Get you on their good side, or try to get on your good side, Maybe, and you know what else too? Like I said, for some of you all, these individuals, like if you're really nice, if you're really kind, if you're really loving and generous, it's almost like individual thought, or some people thought that you were fake, that you were doing that for fake reasons. Like if you gave somebody a gift, they could have thought that you were doing it for like some sort of superficial reason, or for some sort of like, for something, If you are very kind, or very nice, or very generous, they could have thought that you were doing it to try to like win them over, not just because that's just how you are. You're very nice, kind, and generous. They could have thought that you were like putting on a facade, like I said, like maybe that you were just doing it to make it seem like you're a good individual, or to make it seem like you're really intelligent, to make it seem like you're trustworthy, you're responsible, all this stuff, but you weren't putting on an act, like you really are the way that you are, Like if you like to celebrate others, if you have no problem being happy for others, like that's not a facade, it's not a fake thing. You're not secretly jealous or envious of them. That's wild. So somebody could have thought that like if you were congratulating them or happy for them, or stuff like that, they could have like thought that you were being fake about it, like you were just saying these things to make them trust you, or to make them believe that you're good, or make others believe that, or y'all, that's wild, man. So whoever this individual was that was not thinking correctly about you, they're realizing that they need to change. They need to change. You were probably one of the only individuals that legitimately, truly, genuinely cared for them, or genuinely wanted the best for them, or genuinely loved them. They could have received a confirmation of this recently, or something significant about a confirmation. That could have something to do with the signs from the universe you could be receiving, or could have been noticing or seeing. Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely becoming more mature, more wiser. Some of y'all, you're just allowing yourself to be more free. You're just many of y'all are recognizing how truly valuable life is and how it shouldn't be wasted, you know? But you also shouldn't be dumb. You also shouldn't be stupid either about it. Yeah, you're definitely, y'all, you're not misleading, okay? You're not deceiving. You're being very honest. You're being truthful. You're being genuine. You're being real. And who you are is who you are. How you present yourself to others, how you present, like, it's just, you're the real deal. You're legit. You have no reason to lie to somebody or lie about something or lie about somebody. Someone's realizing that. You're not being deceptive. Yeah, it's like you like to have fun, you like to laugh, you like to joke around. You could be very magical or very magical thinking, like you see the world in a different way than a lot of people do. Like, you're rare, okay? You're rare. Not many people, again, maybe you have some sort of gifts or abilities of some sort, you know? Wow. Wow. So you started giving yourself the love that you could have been trying to give to others who were not appreciative of it. You were trying to help maybe motivate others, inspire others, or look out for them or something, but you were the one you should have been doing that for. And maybe for some of you all, you could have thought that it's selfish to try to do more for yourself or to build yourself up or to invest more in yourself or whatever it is, but you're realizing that it's not. It's not. Wow. So you could be gaining more very supportive relationships. You could be dealing with individuals who truly either understand you or maybe they've gone through similar things as you, or they just appreciate what it is that you're doing, what it is that you who you are or how you are. Some of you all, you're really nice, you're really kind, you're really generous, but you may not show that side to everybody because some individuals like to take that as a weakness, or they like to take that as if you're somebody that they could, you know, run game on, so to say, or that they could trick or scheme or scam, you know? For some of y'all, somebody thought this something was too easy. Too easy as in you're acting like you're easygoing. You're acting like you're really a happy individual, or you really like to have fun all the time, or you're really this thing, you know, but they're realizing that you just really are that, you know? They like you, or they like your energy, or they like working with you or dealing with you or something like that, or talk, like I said, talking with you. Maybe they like having really deep conversations with you because they feel like you actually understand them, or you actually get them, or you're actually like truly listening to what they're saying. Yeah. Wow. You have received a major victory of some sort after you either stop doing something or change something or stop dealing with an individual. This is wonderful. Yeah, you have a lot to be happy about and proud of. You should be very, very proud of yourself and how you dealt with this situation and your self-respect, and that you didn't give up on yourself, and that you don't use people in evil ways to like try to like achieve your goals or to try to be successful, or you're not fake. You're not none of that BS, that bullshit. You're not that. Wow. So now it's almost like for some of y'all, you're recognizing that this was the right choice or the right decision, or that something was worth your time, effort, or energy because of like the effects of it. So maybe before something was just like, it was too much drama or too difficult, or like it just wasn't, it didn't seem as though it was maybe what the divine wanted for you, or maybe what you were meant to be doing, or something like that. But now it feels right. It feels like you're on the correct path, or it feels like this is what it's meant to be, or meant to happen, or who you're meant to be involved with. Yeah. So definitely your confidence is not your confidence is valuable. It is worth it. It is for valid reasons. It's valid. There you go. There you go. Wow. So for some of y'all, there's somebody who wants to give you what you deserve. Okay, they may think that maybe other individuals didn't appreciate you, or they, you know, didn't see how valuable you were, or something like that. Somebody feels like you're definitely worth more than what others may have, you know, or another may have done. Somebody could have taken a joke the wrong way, or like they don't know how to take jokes. Like they're very maybe you legitimately were like joking about something or about someone. Like you weren't trying to make fun of them, or you weren't, like you were just joking, like legitimately, but they took it the wrong way, or they are trying to make it seem like it's something that it's not. But people people know what the truth is, or you ain't got to worry about that. It's like somebody's trying to invent a reason to not like you. What? 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 Or that's what they did? They were like inventing reasons not to like you. Or to try to make it seem like you're not a good individual, but people see what the truth is. They know what the truth is. So congratulate yourself for, you know, overcoming that situation, and congratulate yourself for all the good that's been coming, all the progress that you've made, all the, you know. Yeah, something's definitely a divine gift of some sort. You could have been a divine gift for somebody else. Yep. Do not belittle yourself. It's one thing to be humble. It's another thing to be completely belittling yourself. All right. Some of y'all, maybe you would even joke on yourself to try to make others feel better about themselves. Maybe you're that type, but maybe that's something that you changed. Maybe that's something that you stopped doing. You know? Being too humble. Yeah. Man, wow. Wow. So yeah, you definitely are doing much better in life. Much better. Lots of happiness. You got what you need, or you have faith that the universe will provide the things that you need. Um just really just having a lot of fun, or trying your best to have fun, you know, and enjoy the good times. Your self-respect, y'all. Your self-respect. You're not about to let somebody make you like value yourself less just because they think you're less valuable than you actually are. Like, you know? Yeah. All right, y'all. So, with that being said, y'all, keep up the great work, and I'll see y'all in the next reading.